Time to catch a mass transit cause the game is over. We see asses getting the S-classes, some getting a Range Rover. We see a few getting up into them Ubers and Lyft. Cause we on a BQE and you know we maneuvering swift. It ain't Tokyo but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey been a little so you know our floor had to shift. But guess who's back with the game recap? You see the name and the frame of the hat. And if you're talking we cut from a different cloth. You cooking Nick broth with a different sauce. You bubble like a hot spot in the kitchen. Dripping in the spot nicking. We spitting data with these bars the B-ball. No matter how far the star we see y'all. Papa hit you with the box score and a lot more. Our top core knock it down shop. And we got a lock for 48 minutes. Captain Lieutenant getting bucking fucking we in it. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you is the game preview. It's real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that dick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's this real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that dick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute, salute. We in the building. It's the recap, man. We a vibe tonight, man. You know what it is. Salute, salute to everybody in the building. My bad.
Hold up, Devon. Hold up. What was that we just watched? All right. We can go ahead. My bad. I got some new. That's new, right? All right, go.
Yeah, true indeed. That's a new joint for the post game show, the recap and all that, man. We definitely capping tonight, man. Cause that shit was popping last night.
That
man.
was a vibe right there,
yeah, man. That shit was on fire in that building last night, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the chat. Let me bring my brother in before I get out of topic. Shot power was good, man. The energy, it was fire up in that place last night, brother.
That was a fire track right there, man. Now you got me. Now I gotta go back and rewind it and remember stuff. Try to sit in there like, you know what I mean? Anyway. Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Thank you for coming out today and catching up with us on the post game. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Cause me and Shop, how y'all feeling giddy like we are. You know, it's like, you know, we becoming Nostradamus up in this piece, man. We calling like we see it. And this team is gritty. They gangster. They go hard. They skilled. These cats is on something in New York City right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe in them Knicks after last night, I don't know what to tell you. And, you know, this ain't no hyperbole. That was a beatdown the way it's supposed to have been done last night. That literally was a universal beatdown last night, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks came out there to MSG and put up a 121-106 Emirates Cup Eastern Conference beatdown, can of whoop ass all day. And that shit was gritty. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so happy about that thing, man. Real talk, Big Tat stomp out. Forget all that, all what they say they was going, where they gonna be, man. Listen, I see this coming at the beginning of the season. But Shot Powers, and with everything that we talk about up in this podcast, and that's why we call it Knicks Real Talk, because it's real. And we be talking, don't be no hyperbole. We call it like we see it. We ain't no feelings and emotions. This is a dangerous basketball team, ladies and gentlemen. We've been saying that from day one. If you know basketball and you look at this team play and the things they can do and how they do it, they on something, Shot Powers. And last night just was a prime example of the way they went out there and did what they did against that team last night, man. That was impressive.
I mean, just the caveat of what you just said, before I go into my big rant, you're right, Divine. They got guys this year that play great basketball, and the big thing to do is to let Tom Thibodeau put the guys that he has together. And once he does that, which he's been doing pretty well so far this season, is he's making these guys work together, and they are playing as a team. And it is great to see how they're getting out there and doing certain things when they, they making moves, when they going through cuts, how they double screen for each other, how they run for each other. The assist is phenomenal. They're playing for each other. And that in order for your assist to be so high, you got to be able to pass the ball to someone that you trust. And that's the bottom line. And I know that from being on the court. You know, you got you running up and down the court, and you got to do that. You know, his shot from that corner is not that shot. You're gonna pass to that little dude over here that you know if he shoot that shot 5 times, if he shoot it 10 times, he's gonna hit it about 4 or 5 times. That's what I'm gonna pass it to. Make a long story short, that's exactly what the Knicks are doing right now. And I'm happy to see it's starting to come together. You can smell it. You can smell it. So I'm happy to see all that, and let's get it.
Yeah, you're talking about salute to the chat, man. Stand still. What's the deal? You already know, man. Darren, salute you. Brian, what's good? What's good, man? Everybody in the building, salute you. Big Task, my man. What's good? Darlene, the queen. What's good? Appreciate you coming in, sister. You already know. AP, man. What's going on with you and everybody in the chat, man? Thank y'all for coming in. Like I said, man, that was a good game last night. You know, they went out there and showed to prove, and that's what it's all about. It ain't about show and tell, it's about show and prove. And they show and prove last night, man. I mean, these cats is clicking. And we knew once my man, let me shout out my man, CW Flash, my man. What's good, my man? Thank you for always retweeting my our show on Twitter, CW. I'll be seeing you, my brother. Thank you for always giving us that tweet on Twitter, man. We appreciate you, man. Real talk, CW. CW always make sure that he put the post, the recap or whatever we put out there. You know, he retweeted, man. And I appreciate that from the brother. Real talk, man. It's all good. But yeah, man, Shot Power, it was just great to see these guys really go out there and just execute the way they did. I mean, that was a master class on how to run an offense system. You know what I mean? These guys are so unselfish. It's crazy. I'm like, these guys would turn down shots for better shots. And that's what's impressive me. Sometimes you don't want to turn down the shot. What I noticed about the way they play basketball, they turn down shots for better shots. So what that telling me is that this is not a selfish team. Nobody look like they're trying to get buckets. These guys, I always say that. You hear me say it all the time. These are a bunch of winners because they play winning basketball. I mean, everybody's talented, like I always say, but these guys play winning basketball, though. You know what I mean? It's like every time you turn around, Mikal went down the lane the other day, had an easy, maybe not easy, could have had a contested 2-point shot, but he found a way to kick it in the corner. You know what I mean? And my man knocks it down. You know, and I think that's find an open man, let's say per se, because the higher percentage shot when you ain't nobody trying to guard you. So it's good to see the way they move the ball. I just want to say all that to say that was impressed me last night. That Orlando had nothing for them, nothing, and I just thought that they, and the good of the defense team that they were, they'd have nothing for them dudes. And I just think that they was clicking on all cylinders, and I hope this is a continuing trend. Obviously, they're not going to stop be hot like this every night. Shot Power, but Shot Power, they could have threw up 150 on them dudes last night. They wanted to, out of respect. Tom Thibodeau said, "I ain't going to embarrass you like that," just like he did in the recent games. And I'm not going to embarrass you like that. I'm going to take my guys out. That way you don't beat. And I respect them for that, man. But they could have threw up some crazy numbers on them boys last night.
Yeah, it is starting to work its way in, you know what I mean? And you know, we the starting unit is averaging about 100 points, even last night, you know what I mean? 100 points. I mean, this team is and to me, what was the defense shaky? Yes, a little bit. And at a couple of areas because everybody didn't know where to be in certain places at certain times. But they're filling in those spots now where they need to be when they see that their man is pushing someone to a certain direction. They adapt. The one thing that I've noticed a lot though is, and this also used to happen with Mitchell Robinson, when Towns goes up to help, he gets beat back door by his man for helping. You know what I mean? So that is something that I've noticed. You know what I mean? So this team is starting to play better defense, and I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that their defensive rating has went up from the 22 points that they was in the last 2 games. I haven't checked it in a while. I usually check it before I get on. I didn't check it. I'm pretty sure they're up from 22 or 23 defensive rating to at least somewhere close to 19, at least 19. So, and once the defense catches up with the offense, like we talked about early in the season, this is how the season's going to go. And now there's speculations that Shaman and Precious could be back sooner, like Monday. I mean, next week, Saturday, something like that. Speculations of Precious and Shaman is not too long gone. I think I seen a report that they're going to move Matt Ryan pretty soon back down to the G League. So that means that Shaman may be, check it out. I also heard, and I'm not exactly sure, I'm just hearing this from what I read, that Precious was playing in the G League practice team or something like that, playing alongside them or stuff like that to try to get himself ready. So, Mitchell Robinson, speculations that anytime after Christmas, he could be ready. We get some of these, if we get Shaman and Precious back, where we playing now, an extra 2 bodies that can fill in, because the way I'm not running around. I'm gonna do this real quick. If you look at the positions, you can have let's just say Brunson and Deuce. Brunson scoring 25, 26 points in the for the starters, and Deuce coming in scoring 16, 18, 14 to 16 points on top of Jalen Brunson's 25 points. That's 40-something points between that position. And same with when Shaman come back with McHale and Josh Hart and so on and so forth. So this substitution of this 10-man rotation that I believe that Tom Thibodeau is going to do, the way they match up, Cat 26 points a night with 13 rebounds, and you're getting 8 rebounds from Mitchell Robinson, 5 of them offensive rebounds. You get 8 rebounds from Mitchell Robinson and 6 points. 6 points and 8 rebounds to go with Cat's 25 and 13. Your census position is pulling down 20 rebounds a night. So these are the things that I'm looking forward to seeing, and just to put that out there. And what a game last night, man.
Yeah, facts. Real talk. Hey, Darlene, I ain't gonna lie, no. We're gonna clap back. We're gonna clap back. We're gonna clap back.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Cat was clapping back at my man. You're like, you don't want the smoke, but you gonna go ahead with that shit. Yo, Cat is showing improvement up in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. And that's impressive. It really is. That brother got a bag. He's like, y'all can't fuck with me. Y'all can't mess with me. I mean, you could try.
He ain't no punk.
He ain't no punk. Yeah, you could try. But yeah, he was clapping back last night, Darlene, and Stan. Real talk, man. I'm glad y'all put that up there. Hey, Jay Mars, man. I don't know if you made up the show last night, but because I'm glad I see you now. That's why I see you. So we said it yesterday, but you didn't come in. We just want to apologize to you. I remember that you had sent us a super chat and I didn't acknowledge you. I did speak on it yesterday in the chat, but you didn't come in the show. But Julian, thank you for that, man. We just were so caught up in our mindset the other night that we forgot to acknowledge what you gave and what you did for us. So Jay Mars, man, thank you, my brother. Real talk, man. From the bottom of our heart, we appreciate the super chat from the other night, man. And that's real talk right there. But yeah, man. Chop Powers. This team is they gritty, man. They starting to find a niche, like you said. We get into the numbers in a few minutes, man, with the recap of the numbers and everything. But they just straight out went hard last night, and that's what you're supposed to do. When you went, because that's what it's going to be like in the playoffs. We said it was going to be a playoff type atmosphere, but that was like taking candy from a baby last night, and that was impressive though, none to say the least. And I think they went so hard last night that it was that damn impressive. I'm not trying to hear nobody the negative Nancy about the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, until somebody can come on this show and tell me why the Knicks ain't who they think they is. Ain't nobody fucking with this team when they get healthy. I'm letting y'all know right now. I keep it a buck every time we on this show. I've been saying, we've been saying, or we all been saying, but I'm speaking for myself. If you know basketball, take the feelings and emotions out of it and just deal with straight basketball. This team is that team. They that team, and they only going to get better one way or the other. With Mitch not here or whoever going to be here, we a couple of more of our role players away from being pretty dominant, because that means we a couple of role players away from now Jalen Brunson could play 33 minutes, 34 minutes. Matter of fact, they had to pop it so bad like they had to put it back in there. That offense is legit. Yo, Chop Out, they legit, bro. And like I said, you can't say about, oh, they ain't doing this against no good teams. They smashed the #1 defense in the league last night, ladies and gentlemen. No, they didn't beat them. They smashed them. Had them about 40. And they could have. They took the Chop Out. They took the they took the foot off the gas. You know what I mean?
Sure did.
And the boys about to build it last night, but like I said, Tom Thibodeau, the respectable coach, he ain't gonna do Jamal Mosley like that. He's not gonna do Jamal Mosley like that. He said, "Listen, game over. Let's throw your guys in there. Let's throw our bench players in there. Let's get this shit over with." Because Tom Thibodeau could have kept the guy in there and killed him like he did the other night. That's when he took him out with 9 minutes left. That's respect, though. It's respect for the other coach and for the other team. No need for me to embarrass you. Your guy just ain't having a good night tonight, so I'm gonna take my guys out. You know what I mean? And to me, you threw up 145 on Denver. You threw up 137 on a couple of other teams, 4 or 5 other teams, and you could have threw up 150 last night. So I need people to let me know why y'all not believing in this team. And they not even at their peak. Somebody got to let me know why they
nowhere even close. But that's the point. That's the point right there, Divine. The point that you just said is they're only basing what they see that from the how many games we in 15, how many games we in 9 and what's the record? 11 and 6.
Mm-hmm. Who's that?
What's our record?
Our record's 13 and 8. 13
and 8. What am I said? 11 and 6. Wow. 13 and 8. That they only base that on the 21 games that we just seen, 22 games now. You know what I mean? But you can't base it on the last little winning streak that we had, plus this new little winning streak that we got going on right now. You know what I mean? And it is based just on that. They seen that the guys wasn't together. They wasn't being consistent. Oh, we giving up too much of this. The defense is not looking good. That's because this team is a brand new team and they starting to get it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And they nowhere, I believe, nowhere near their peak right now.
Not yet.
They peak ain't coming until around the new year, around the All-Star break. That's when they're gonna really like the rest of this. Divine, let's get it.
Yeah. You know what? It's ladies and gentlemen here. We're gonna throw up the stats from last night. But I just knew once Mikal had it going.
Yeah, man.
Once he had started, I said, wait for the see the Knicks were doing this without Mikal being in his bag. I said, ladies and gentlemen, once Mikal get in his bag, you can't double team Jalen Brunson.
Nobody.
You can't double team Karl Anthony Towns. You could try to double team him, but you playing at your own risk because everybody on that starting 5, all 5 of them, could knock down 3-point shots. And that's what makes this team so scary. Every single position on that starting 5 can knock down a 3-point shot at a high clip too. Not at no low percentages. Josh Hart shooting damn near 40%. Brunson shooting damn near 40. Cat shooting 40. Anunoby shooting damn near 40 or 40. And my man started to get in his bag. Now he's going to be up around 40. That's crazy. If you look at it from another coach's problem when he got to play these guys on defense. Prime example, last night. Number 1 defense, number 1, number 2 defense in the association, because you don't have enough to combat Jalen Brunson alone is can do the damn thing. But to know that you got him and Cat and Anunoby knocking down threes like he knocking them down, shot power from it's just insane. And that shit wasn't no how would I say it, one and done type shit. You're gonna see this quite a few times this year, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
You're gonna see it a lot of times because
they've been seeing it.
They got like an ABA offense shot power. The Knicks, they play like the old NBA, the ABA teams back in the days. They just let that shit fly. And like Dave Smith said, we all been saying that ball movement is special. 30, they had 30, 34. How many assists they had last night? The Knicks, 30 assists again last night. And they doing this on the record because, like I said, this is not Mitchell Robinson playing in the middle. There's no pun to Julius Randle, but it's not a stat. It's not a ball stopping type of Julius Randle. The ball is so free flowing, nonstop, always free flowing. Nobody's getting a rock and just keeping it for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 seconds. Shot power pounding it. Unless Carl Town got a mismatch down in the middle. then obviously you give it to him, let him bounce that dude, bounce him, back him up, and then knock it down in his face. But I think that's what I like about this team. I just think that they unselfish. They go hard on the offensive side of the ball. It's hard to defend that. And we get into our dynamic duel off the bench later on. But here, let me throw up the stats right quick so I don't get everybody bored and we run in my mouth. I apologize for that, but we in the building though. Knicks, we'll talk Divine, Shaw Powers. It's the recap, ladies and gentlemen. We on our Knicks shit. Knicks on they Knicks shit. Let's get it, man. I think this thing was going to be pretty funky moving forward. But last night, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought they came out to play hard last night, and they represented themselves really well. So, hopefully they continue this trend and go in here and get this win, against Charlotte tomorrow. Then they get the win against Charlotte tomorrow. Then I think they'd be okay, man. So I think we just got to go out there and play ball the rest of the way. Shaw Powell, we be good. But last night, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the box score in the game summary for the New York Knicks, I get their numbers first. Mikal Bridges, 36 minutes, 8 for 13, 2 for 6, 1 for 1 from the charity stripe, 5 assists, moving the ball well, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, plus 33, 19 points. Beautiful all-around game for him. Anunoby, 32 minutes, 7 for 10, 4 for 7 for downtown, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, plus 21, 18 points. Karl-Anthony Towns, 36 minutes, 8 for 18, 2 for 5, 5 for 5, 15 rebounds. Again, ladies and gentlemen, another double-double, 2 blocks, plus 25, 23 points. The Burner, another good night, 27 minutes only, 8 for 15, 1 for 3, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, 4 assists. Probably could have easily had 30, but they didn't need him. And he would have plus 24. Josh Hart, triple-double shot power. We talked about it at the pregame yesterday. We expected Josh Hart to have a good game. Turned it up. 39 minutes, 4 for 6 for the field goal area, 0 for 1 from downtown, 3 for 3 for the charity stripe, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. Crazy numbers. 3 steals, Shaw Powers, plus 18, 11 points. What can I say? What can you say? But I think the most important thing I got to say is that bench, that dynamic duel in the backcourt. That's going to be my next segment. Miles McBride had 26 points, 5 from 11, 5 from 7 for downtown, 3 from 3 for the charity stripe shot power, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, plus 18 points. He was in his bag, and even though he was a -2, but what he was doing on offense his game was special though. And Cameron Payne had a decent game overall. He had 19 minutes, 2 for 6, 1 for 2, 2 for 2, 3 assists. Didn't have a lot of scoring numbers. They didn't need it. That's the reason why those numbers they didn't need him. So but his impact on the game from the energy standpoint and the way he was defending out there last night was pretty good to see. He was in his bag, and I just thought that overall was good. Them guys, obviously, their numbers ain't worth the stick at other than Franz Wagner had his 30. He did what he had to do. He had 30 points, but they all was in the minus. Other than Mo Wagner, he had 20 points. His brother, he was a +7, and Karl-Anthony was a +2. He had 10 points, but it wasn't really nobody out there that. And I said in the post game, they don't have enough offense to beat the Knicks. They didn't have enough offense because even though you got Wagner, that wasn't enough to beat what we got. And I just thought that was like easy to see. You could have seen that if you're a basketball guy who studies and looks at the game. That's why we said in the posting this was going to be. I had 120, 120, 102, something like 100, something like that. But it could have been worse than that, ladies and gentlemen. It could have been 140, easy. So I say all that to say is that Shaw Powell, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. Great game, national televised game. The whole NBA down there watching the Cup. Everybody around the country got to see if the New York Knicks bring their A game, they could beat anybody. If they bring their A game, they could beat anybody. And I just think that was a testament to what they did last night. They brought their A game and they showed why they are who they say they are. That's the reason why they got the payroll that they have. That's why they went out and made the moves that they made, acquiring certain players. And I think it gave you a little bit taste of it last night, what it really can be. So I'm just happy about that for sure, Shaw Powell. They played a good game last night.
You knew that if you watched the commentating from those guys on there with Shaq and Charles and those guys, they even were more on the Knicks side last night. You know what I mean?
Shaq.
They were not Shaq. Never. Shaq still remember you and elbows. He still remember those elbows that you used to give to him. But more so than Ernie and the rest of them were pretty sided to the Knicks. You know what I mean? And on TNT, wow. You know what I mean? On TNT, I was surprised. I listened to some of the commentating on the halftime and how they were talking about it. I was like, oh wow. You know what I mean? National television game and everybody's bigging up the Knicks. You're coming off in the side of the thing and getting Jalen Brunson to talk, a player to talk on the sidelines about what's going on in the game. You putting Jalen Brunson out there to give his commentating. That was big last night. You know what I mean? It was a big game and it was a show me game. You know what I mean? A lot of teams that went up against this team has fallen to them. And now we're starting to get it. You can smell it, man. It's cooking, man. You can smell it.
Yep.
And it is feeling good to see national media give us the acclimates that we surely deserve, especially from coming from going to the second round a couple of times in the NBA.
Yeah, winning cures all. But you know what? I actually watched the game on MSG too. I didn't even get to watch it on there. But yeah, Dave, it was pretty much me, you, and Coach. You know, I've been wanting this trade to happen for years. I like this dude was destined to come here. And here's another point. Like I always say, look at that starting five, and y'all see how this Knick team is also the way they are. But yeah, Dave, you dead on with that. And I think Coach was a big advocate of getting Cat here. And I just knew that this kid was skilled, man. He talented. I was like, yo, he fits what we need. He ain't Mitchell Robinson. He ain't none of them. We needed him. He was our Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed type of center who could get buckets. Like we had, that's what I wanted. His skill is unmatched when it comes to a lot other than Jokic, him, and Embiid. The few handful of guys can do it. Cat can do it. That's why I wanted him here. And he's a local boy. I lived in the town right next to the town. He was, he lived that. So I always rooted for him because he just was that up and coming young man in New Jersey at the time when I was living there. He was on my touch and I was in Island. Walk right over. You know what I mean? So, but what I'm impressed with is the way the Knicks to put all this stuff together. And I think I talked about this quite a few podcasts ago. And everybody damn near in that organization, in that starting lineup, all players and coaches and executive, all from the East Coast corridor. Leon Rose, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Jalen Brunson, New Brunswick. Josh Hart, Baltimore. My man not Towns, New Jersey. My man Mikal Bridges, Philadelphia. They brought all these East Coast corridor players who all grew up in that metro area who know how to play metro basketball. All of them dudes know how to play metro basketball. And they assembled that shit in Villanova. Obviously, you got Jay Wright down there. I mean, you got all these guys. They got that East Coast tri-state basketball team. They hold starting five, then in I-95 motherfuckers. All five of them, except for Anunoby, obviously. But majority of them cats and that was Anunoby's one would have been DiVincenzo, Delaware last year. But that's why I think I love the way this team is because they represent us. We got guys in the chat from New Jersey. We got guys in the chat from New York. We got guys in the chat from Philly. We got guys in the chat probably from Baltimore. These players all from where we from. And they get down like that. They get down like that, man. They get down like East Coast basketball, man. And that's why I think this team is I'm happy about it because even the executive, like World Wesley, like I said, Leon Rose, them New Jersey boys, man. Them boys down there from New Brunswick. You know what I mean? They all from up this. And I just think that's the vibe. The vibe is really special in New York. So I like that. I like that about the team. They just got a connection going on there. And I think it's starting to show improve on the basketball court. They are putting up numbers, shot power. The numbers last night, from a field goal percent. I didn't put that up there. I'm sorry. They shot 50% from the floor, 43 from 85. They shot 15 from 30, 42 from 43 from downtown, 42.9. Them dudes hit 20 free throws and did not miss one. That was crazy insane, man. You're right, AP. They are us. Them cats is definitely us, man. And that's good to see, man. But I say all that to say, I'm happy with what I seen last night. Anything that happened, it's for that night. the Knicks are who they are who I thought they were going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. Next night we can come out and just throw an egg tomorrow and lose a game. I believe we're going to lose some. Ladies, we're going to lose some more games, but that's not the point though, because we're going to lose basketball games. Every team's going to lose a bunch of more games. But the point is, you've seen what if this team is on their game, they're going to be a tough out in the East in the playoffs. They're going to be a tough out. It's going to be hard to beat the Knicks if they defense, like Shaw Power said, catch up to them. If they get us to the top 15 in defense before the end of the year, I'm putting all my stakes in the bucket. I'm putting all my stakes in the claim, bro. Real talk. If the Knicks defense get back, if Mitchell Robinson get back, and Achua get back, and Shaman get back, and they get better on the defense side of the ball, I'm putting the Knicks up against anybody. Whether we win it or lose it, I don't know, but I'm putting them up against anybody in the NBA, period. We done gave Joker them 145, like I said. We could have gave these cats 150. We done gave a couple of teams 135, they did 140, and in a 20-game span, we done gave some cats some crazy numbers on the offense, and we beat some good teams too. I mean, we beat some guys who had quality players, so I'm impressed with this, man. I really am, man. And I am really impressed with that, man. And I hope they keep it going, man. I really am, because we Knicks fans deserve this, ladies and gentlemen. And we just want to stay giddy about these guys, man, because I know I'm giddy about them. We got to keep it going, man. Real talk. But other than that, man, that's what's happened with that. But and I just think that we just got to keep playing, keep building, keep creating good habits, ladies and gentlemen, and just keep doing the right thing. Keep creating good habits. Keep doing the right thing. What's impressive to me is like when one guy, two guys don't got it, you still got two guys who can get it. So if one, you got guys who are any given night, the Knicks got two guys and they line up who could get you 20 points on any given night if the game is on. So that's pretty impressive right now, man. And I really believe that. And my said wild boy team, Trey. I meant to say, Trey, you right, my man. It is right now, for real. Them boys doing the damn thing. Trey, they killing it right now, man. But so few, thank you for coming in, Trey. I appreciate you, my man. They are on fire for sure, my brother. We just got to keep it going and everything like that, man. And we'll see what it is. But in the meantime, y'all already know what it is, man.
Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk.
Yeah. Nostalgic, my man. What's good? Nostalgic in the building. So right now, let's hope this thing stay going the way it's going. And but I got a topic I want to bring up because I think it's these dudes right here. And I'm ladies and gentlemen, there you go, the dynamic duel, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks backup guard play primo. The dynamic duel is balling. That's a tough out on a lot of second unit, the way they play defense and the way they knock down that three-point shot. That's it right there. That picture in front of your face, them boys playing some good basketball for New York. They really are, man. I'm impressed. Shout out the campaign, Deuce McBride. These cats is getting down in New York City in that backup role, man. And they ain't making no quarrels about it. Campaign got dog in him. He got that got that energy bringing out there. Deuce McBride is playing phenomenal basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see in front of you right there, let's think about this here. When you add Mitch to that, Pressure Achua to that, Landry Shaman to that, right now it's just them two holding us down. And Sims doing his damn thing, excuse me. But when you add them other dudes to that, and Landry Shaman, who's a great three-point shooter. Now you got 40% shooter there, damn near 40 for him. Shaman can shoot around high 30s. I mean, come on, So I fail to say, Shot Powers, that shit is that's that. But get them boys right there. They kudos, man. They are playing some good basketball for New York Knicks backup unit, man, and they really are. And I'm happy about that because to see a young man like Deuce, Shot Powers grow with the organization, drafted him, and he's still here having an impact. And they signed him for a very cheap contract. So he playing his contract already, Shot Power. I mean, this is amazing the way he playing ball right now.
We all knew what Deuce was really about, man. I always heard Knicks fans, especially listening and everybody's chatting all that stuff about Deuce, man. I can't wait to Deuce do this and Deuce is the one. And if you look at it realistically, Deuce outlasts all of them. He outlasts Grimes. He outlasts IQ. He outlasts, even though it's not a different position, Obi Toppin. And the guy, we all said the same thing. Oh man, I wish you could bring that skills up from the G League back up here into the NBA. And if he could bring that G League stuff into the NBA, he gonna be deadly. Well, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. He's been doing that since last year, and he's even got better this year. And he's one of the key cogs on that second unit. And I mean, in order to make the team that 10-man roster that I keep talking about, him and Payne are electrifying when they come in. They feed off each other, and the energy that Payne comes in with, that energy that he comes in with is electrifying. They look for each other. And I mean, and it is so good to see both of them back on the court and pretty much in a good state of mind and healthy. I mean, and it's just going to make the team that the 8-man rotation that Tom Thibodeau really works with right now is really working well. But if you look long term, and hopefully if Precious is what we think he can be, and Mitchell comes back in any reminiscence of how he was, the beginning of last year in a second unit, like you say, Divine, this is going to be a rough out for any team to come up against us. And no, are we going to win every game right now? Stuff like that? Maybe not. You know what I mean? I would love to, but I don't think we're ready yet. But I surely believe in this next, what's this, 22, so 60, 50, 58, 59 wins. I mean, 59 games left, 50-something games, 58, 59 games left. I think the Knicks are going to win a lot of these games, man. I think the Knicks going to win a lot of these games. I did 60-something games. I think they're going to get a nice chunk out of these next couple of games. And if they keep building and getting stronger and going forward, I just, this team is bound for greatness right now.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, and I used to call Deuce McBride like the Greg Anthony of the Knicks. You know what I mean? Pesky defender, knock down the three occasionally. But I'm gonna give campaign the Greg Anthony vibe, and I give Deuce McBride another pick because I thought at one time I like Deuce McBride play like Charlie Ward. But I'm gonna give Campaign that because Campaign got that awkward jump shot as well. But he pesky than a mama. That dude is a pesky brother, man. But that's a good. You're looking at a real dominant to me backcourt duel right there. Not only they both knock down threes, you got like 2, 3 and D dudes there, and they both can handle the ball. You know what I mean? These guys play other than Deuce. My man Campaign at his natural position. Deuce plays a combo, but that's a good 1-2 punch right there. That's why that jersey got number 1 and number 2, I guess. Because that's a good 1-2 punch right there, man. Them boys is really on something with that backup thing. So I'm happy about that because I think they starting to get their niche because obviously Campaign was out for a while. He had missed 4 or 5 games. And then, for something like that, the Deuce McBride had to sit out. But now they back together and they starting to get that connection, that cohesion together. So I just think it gets a little better as the time go on. Familiarity, comfortable being familiar with each other and all that good stuff. The Knicks is at this point to me. It's like when they take their starters out, they got guys who can come in and hold the lead, or don't let the league get away. You know what I mean? And I'm really excited about that, man.
Right.
That's what basketball should be about. You're not expecting your bench to be your starters, but keep your starters hard work afloat. Like they work hard to get them leads. They work hard to stay in the game. To have them guys come in there and hold the fort down till they get back. And the way Tibbs is doing the substitution patterns, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good to see, and I think they got a lot to build off of. I mean, still early, and like I said, we're not going to win every game, obviously. But I know this for one thing. Like I said, the Knicks will be in a lot of basketball games. They're never going to be out of a basketball game because of look what they got down there. I just named 5, 7 guys. Them 2, and I'll start in 5, and then all of them can shoot over. All of them shoot over league average from downtown. All of them. The whole starting 5. Josh Hart this year around 38%, and at 39 now. But every one of them dudes right now can shoot damn near 40% when they on. Anunoby's shooting over 40 this year. Brunson, Cat. Anunoby, all of them do, and these two do shoot what 40-something% this year. I mean, and these guys got it, man. They just got it, and I just don't think it's no hyperbole what we want. I don't think this is some hyperbole shit or fake stuff we watching with this team. We gotta literally say that Leon Rose just built a contender. That's what I'm saying. I think Leon Rose built a contender. And all we waiting for is all these pieces to get healthy and gel together and start doing what they do. I think they on fire. I think they got a good thing going. They so versatile. It's bananas. They got guys who play 1, 2, 1, 2 could play the 3, 3 could play the 4. They got 4s who could play the 5. They got 5s who could play the 4. I mean, they got 3s who could play the 2. I mean, it's crazy how much versatility they got, shot power. So I say all I have to say is that if this was going to be knock on wood, they stay healthy. I think we're gonna be pretty tough out. That's what I'm trying to say, is that this is a good team, and I'm happy as a Knicks fan that we finally got to a place in our organization. This is one of the better teams I've seen in decades, almost 2 decades.
Very, very long time, Divine. If you don't want to mention it, you can even put executive year in the title for a New York Knicks too. I mean, because I seen some teams make some moves, but I ain't seen no teams make no moves like this. I'm just saying we picked up OG last year. We picked up Mikal this year with Cat, plus Cameron Payne. We're looking to get Shaman. We'll see what Shaman can do, but those pickups are major cogs in what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, if that's some powerful moves that they made this year, and to make the team the team. I keep saying this in a lot of chats that I go in. I love the team that we had last year. The team was rugged, they was gritty, they were New York City gritty committee. They would drive down the lane, bully ball you to death, and do all of those things. But on paper, and what I'm seeing from this team now, we are a better team. We are a better free throw shooting team than we ever been. And I don't even know how many years. One of our biggest years that we lost so many games was because of free throw shooting. I think we're shooting about 85% from the free throw line from free throws this year. We're shooting over 40% from 3-point land as a team. We're shooting upper 40s, 50% for the team in field goal percentages. We're still grabbing a lot of rebounds. The one thing that we don't grab a lot of this year, though, is offensive rebounds. I think our offensive rebounds is down from last year. But we're still grabbing about the same amount of defensive rebounds. I think our offensive is a little down from last year. But just to say all that stuff, and they're not at their peak yet, Divine.
Right.
It is incredible, man. And I'm so happy for this team to start to get it together, because it makes it easier to talk about them. It does makes it easier to talk about them. And I'm glad that Mikal, 2 games in a row, he's on a streak. 2 games in a row, Mikal had 2 good games in a row. Great defense, and put the ball in the basket. Big shots. Remember the 3-pointer that Cat threw to him off of that Josh Hart football pass, that 3-point off the glass. Big shots, big shot maker. That was a big shot. We got a whole lot of that on that starting unit. All the guys are big shot makers.
I'll tell you what,
Payne and freaking Deuce.
And Shot Powers, if he would have hit that damn 3 that Carl Anthony Towns threw him, that guard would have went crazy last night. When Carl Anthony Towns was at the top of the key, he swung that pass home in the corner. If he would have hit that shot, that place would have went bananas last night. Because that was a pretty pass Cat through. But just to answer your question, AP, all depends what happened at the trading deadline, and all depends what happens with Mitchell Robinson, AP. So it can be this year. You never know. It takes a lot of luck to get tier 2. Other teams got to do certain things and this and that. But I do think AP, we could win. Anybody can win it this year. It's so much parity in the league this year. It's a lot of parity in the NBA right now. But from a small sample size, I think we can win it. Remember that game against Boston at the beginning of the year, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of them games, just anomaly. They got a ring rare ceremony. They coming out for their fans. They just won a championship. They get their rings that night. And the Knicks wasn't even nowhere near even not because of talent-wise, because emotion, feelings and emotion. Their first game at home in the Boston Garden, you got your ring from your championship, your place is buzzing, and they knock down damn near 30-something threes, which is not going to happen every night in the NBA. But do I think they can get – hell, they can beat Boston. I think they can, because last year we could have beat them if we wouldn't have got injured. I think if the Knicks would have Julius Randle, Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and whoever got hurt last year before we got to that Indiana series, if they wouldn't have got hurt, it would have been a whole different scenario in the NBA last year. I think the Knicks is that good. I think they had the squad, they had the talent, they had the depth, and they had shooters, they had rebounds, and Mitchell Robinson was there. He was interior, putting work in the interior. I just think that would have been impossible. So, AP, I say that. I think they can win it this year, but it all depends what happened with the other teams. You know what I mean? But I do believe that they can. I think this team is that good. And I just think from what I'm seeing, and when I look at a lot of other teams in the NBA, ain't too many people offense in the league clicking like the Knicks right now. They got the best offense in the league right now, if I'm not mistaken. Number one offense in the league. And if they can sustain that. Now, if they don't sustain it, that's different. But I don't see them not sustaining it. Not when you got guys like the guy that they have out there. These are high IQ basketball players. They're high intelligent basketball players. They're character guys. They know the game of basketball. They work hard every day. They got a coach who don't take no days off, so they're not going to take no days off. These guys got a good squad there from the coach all the way down, man. Because no matter how good you is as a coach, you're only good as the talent you have. You know what I mean? You're only good as the talent you have. I don't care who you are as a coach. You're only good as the talent that you have. If you ain't got supreme talent, then you ain't going to be supremely good coaching unless you can take some players and make them that way. And you got to give Tibbs credit for that. So I salute Tibbs, man, because even back in the days in Chicago, Shop Hours, a lot of people question why Tibbs didn't do this or why he do that. He only had one superstar, and that one superstar got injured, and that was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is almost like a Patrick Ewing to me. I'll tell you why. Patrick Ewing never had superstars around him. He had a lot of good players. He never had a superstar. Derrick Rose had Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer. He never had another dude. And then, obviously, for Tibbs, it was hard back then because when he left Boston, Shaw Powers, he was assistant coach.
Yep.
He won a ring in Boston. Guess what? Doc Rivers haven't done since he left Tibbs? Won something. So that goes to tell you a lot of Doc Rivers, that ring in Boston when they had the big three there, it had a lot to do with Tibbs. Because Doc Rivers had crazy teams out in LA, and they didn't do nothing with them. But then I say all that to say is, and then Shaw Powers, when he went to Chicago right quick, I know people question his playoff spirit, but let me tell you what. Reason why Tibbs didn't win it over there, he didn't have the better team. LeBron had the better team. LeBron won the 8-9 straight championship finals. So that's why Tibbs didn't win over there. It wasn't because he wasn't a good coach. He didn't have a team who could compete with Dwayne Wade and all them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So but everywhere Tibbs go, he has won. And everywhere he left, every team he left, they struggled. When he left Chicago went in the doldrums, bro, for about 4 or 5 years. When Minnesota wasn't doing nothing at all. They was terrible. Tibbs went over there, became the president of basketball operations. He drafted them. He drafted Carl Anthony Towns. He drafted Levine and them. And guess what, Shaw Powers? To this day, out of all the guys he let go, who he let go? Wiggins, right? He let go Levine. Out of all players he didn't let go, who's the best one out of all of them right now? Carl Anthony Towns. And he here with him right now. He didn't let him go because he knew who he was. So I say all that to say is with a coach like Tibbs, who's about winning, now he in a situation where he got the talent to win. I think you're going to see a lot of really, really good things from Tibbs now because now he don't have no excuses now. Leon Rose gave you what you needed. Go out there and get me a ring. Ain't no excuse for Tibbs now. It never was done back then because he's a damn good coach. You know what I mean? And like I said, look at what he did and look where he came and where he went. When we came here, we was nothing. We were literally nothing. He came here. He made us something. Went to Minnesota, made them something. Went to Chicago, made them something. So now he got a bunch of talent down there he can work with. And look what them boys is doing in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. They are running amok with that basketball team. And I think you ain't seen nothing yet. Because now they just starting to learn how to play each other. I think Jalen Brunson in his bag, Cat in his bag, and Anobi been playing good. Nickel about to get in his bag. Josh Hart playing ultimate basketball. Our bench is pretty strong right now. Deuce, my man. I'm just excited, ladies and gentlemen. I think this ain't no hyperbole we about to see here. I'm not gonna put the carriage before the horse, but I tell you what, I know that damn carriage is hooked to the horse. Let's go see how it goes, man. I think these cats got it going right now. So good overall win last night, ladies and gentlemen. It was good to see. We got the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow, back in LA. Back in LA, back at the Garden. I apologize. We got tomorrow back at the Garden. So we got to go in there and don't take that game lightly. Just go in there and do what you got to do and get that win, get the 14. Because I think tonight, a good game that might benefit us tonight is Orlando playing Philly. They both tied right now. So Orlando's down in Philly tonight. So if Philly beat Orlando tonight, then they got 9 losses and we got 8. And then if we beat them tomorrow, we be 14-8. They'd be like 15-9. We either move up a game ahead of them or whatever the case may be. So I think it's you gotta take everything in totality with this thing, man. And real talk, because like I said, I can go back to even when I say this to make a point because I hear a lot of guys always talk about this, but I do believe that a lot of teams they get lucky. Let's go back to the 70s. Knicks were the dominant team in the 70s. Then let's go to why a lot of great coaches like Jerry Sloan didn't win a championship. Because you know why Jerry Sloan didn't win a championship? Because Greg Popovich and Tim Duncan was in the way. Shaq was in the way. Kobe was in the way. Over here in the East, why did Tibbs not win a ring? Because you had too many guys in the way. This was LeBron's turn. It was Eric Spoelstra's turn. It was a lot of teams who had great players. So it's not that you can't coach. Your team wasn't better than their team. That's all to it. Your team wasn't better than their team. And so if you go against LeBron 8 years in a row, he gets to the final, of course your winning percentage is going to be bad. Who else? Everybody's going to be bad, right? You know what I mean? Jeff Van Gundy, he got us to the final, but guess what? He ran into Michael Jordan. Them dudes ran into Michael Jordan for 6 years in a row, and that's why that's why Jeff Van Gundy's numbers didn't look too good in the playoffs. Why? Because Michael Jordan, that was his era. Why this was LeBron's era? Why that was Kobe's era? That was his era. I don't care who you was coaching. That was Greg Popovich area. So if you playing them guys all the time and your team ain't better than theirs, of course your record going to be sucking. Who wouldn't? That's common sense. You know what I mean? If you play Dwayne Wade and them 7 years in a row or 5 years in a row and their team is better than your team, that don't mean you're not a good coach. It means that the team that you had wasn't better than the team that you was playing against. And that's a knock I don't understand why people keep doing that at Tibbs. Tibbs was in an era with only Derrick Rose, injured Derrick Rose, nobody else against one of the most dominant teams for the last in the 7-8 years. And before that, you had the big three in Boston, which he was at. And then in that span, you had the Detroit Pistons. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to take all the variables in totality when y'all talk about Coach Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is a winner, ladies and gentlemen. He just didn't have the team that other teams had to make his percentage look better than it was. No, you go up against any team like that, you're going to get dominated. And them cats were dominating the NBA. That's why Tibbs, not only Tibbs, all the other coaches in the East. I'm going to rest my case on that. That's why y'all keep throwing this Tibbs stuff out there without not doing all the variables. Look who he had to go up against, and look at the players that he had. One all-star, and preferably Luol Deng was borderline, Carlos Boozer was borderline, but they wasn't Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. They wasn't them dudes. So that's why his numbers are the way they are. Come on. You know what I mean? So I'm glad we got him. Because ever since he's been here, we've been Shop Powers to the playoffs.
Yeah, rising to the top.
Yeah, 1 year. 1 year. And that was because we brought in Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier and a lot of injuries and all that. That wasn't his guy. He didn't want him. That's who they wanted. Tibbs, I don't need they don't play no defense. I don't want them on my team. But obviously he don't run the organization, so Leon Rosen thought that was probably one error in this whole time that he's been here, is that when he brought in Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, I thought that was a bad move because that's not Tom Thibodeau players. And that year, what happened? We ain't go nowhere. So I think I say all that to say with the team he got right now, watch what Tibbs do, Shop Powers. Watch what he do. Watch what he do. This ain't Noah Well. This ain't Reggie Bullock. This ain't no Alfred Payton. It ain't no injured Mitch that year. This ain't Nerlens Noel. This is Big Cat, Braylon Brunson, Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. This ain't none of them teams he had prior to this. So let's get it.
Those all brand names right there.
Right.
Brand name.
Get it, man.
Brand name.
Yo. Yeah, I'm happy about it though. I say I ran because I just want we got to take all this into totality, man, and start crossing T's and dotting I's, because I think we got to show this man some love. Because like I said, he came here when we was at the bottom. He turned us around in 1 year. 21 wins to turn you to 41 wins with Julius Randle and a bunch of $5 million players. And the second year, RJ Barrett, he get you 41 wins. That's coaching. That's coaching. And we got to the playoff shot. Powers know Julius Randle goes down with an ankle injury, 5 games left into the season. Then he gets in the playoff against Cleveland, get in the business 4-2. Then he get injured in the Miami series. So you don't know where this thing could have went. Last year, same shit. Tibbs had a nice team. They all got injured. So I don't know. I'm trying to keep everybody amped about these guys, man, because I think we got a good squad, good coach, good organization, and they doing the damn thing, Chappelle. They can go get this thing done and win this cup. Get them young boy $500,000 to put in their pocket. They damn sure
they already got about 30, 40, 50,000, something like that already. I think. Mm-hmm. I think they just for making it this far, I think they already got a couple of tens of thousands, 20, 30, 40,000 dollars, something like that already. So I'm not exactly sure of the numbers, but I know they got something. They got PC on winning that last game or this being in the tournament like this. So I think they already got something. So they looking for that 500. They looking for that 500K. Them young boys is starving for that. 500K. Give me 500K. We better get on the way. See, this how you know a young boy from a veteran. Young boys is like, oh man, I'm gonna go buy me a house. I'm gonna go put something down and do all that stuff. Josh Hart say, I'm gonna go buy me a watch.
Josh Hart.
I get that $500,000. I'm gonna go buy me a watch.
Josh Hart, funny motherfucker. Yo, he is, man. Him and Jalen Brunson, they some characters though, but they really on court though. They might be fun off the court, but when they on that damn between them lines though, them brothers go hard, man. You know they go hard. So it's all good, man. But we ain't gonna stay too long, man. We gonna get out. I gotta throw the thing in there, man. But ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we be back in the building tomorrow, man. But listen. Y'all stay up on these boys, man. Like I said, because everybody we don't think they're gonna beat, they busting them down, busting them up. Everybody you think that they, and I knew that was gonna happen yesterday because it's the numbers, Shot Power. I knew they didn't have a chance against the Knicks. I didn't say that. We don't say that stuff just to be sad, to be guessing. No, what we do, we go with the numbers. Their offense was 22 in the league. Their defense was number 1 in the league. But I know we are also a defensive-minded team. So though we've been playing better defense than people giving us credit for. So I knew that they wasn't a good offensive team. Their numbers don't lie. They're 22nd in the association in offense without Banchero. So I knew that if our defense come to play, we were going to smash these dudes because the numbers didn't add up. You got one dude who can get 30, and we got 3 dudes who can get 30. That don't match up. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, that don't even match up. I knew this was going to be when that's why we said the scores. I said 120 to 100. That's what my score was, 121 to 106, and it could have been worse than that. Could have been worse than that. They didn't have the firepower to mess with us. I don't care how gritty they were on defense. A good offense that helped to be a good defense most of the time. And I just didn't think that they had enough to mess with us. I didn't think they had enough to mess with us. And I think it reared its ugly head. And we got to win 13-8. Shot Power 7-2 at home. I think we're doing good at the protecting that guard in Shot Power. We talked about that earlier.
Most definitely, they are doing exactly what they need to do at home. I hope they could get another out of these 17 to make it up to 35 to 37 or something like that. We need to dominate home. I mean, if we can dominate home, we can win on the road. That's bottom line.
Yep, yeah, and I think that's what we need to do. Just keep winning at home because I think we'll be an over 500 road team. But we just need to go ahead and get it popping at the crib, man. At MSG, we maintain MSG. We'll be okay. And I think that's what it's going to be. So let's see how it goes, man. We just got to get this thing going. The Philadelphia and Orlando scored 60-59 with 8 minutes left. That's a tight game right there, man. Then Orlando obviously want to show and prove that who they are. So they're battling Philly pretty good tonight, even though Philly out 4 players as well. They down quite a few of their players tonight. So, but they in there. Atlanta beat Milwaukee by 11. That's scary. We got Atlanta. I think it might be on my born day, the 14th. I think that's going to be out there in that Emirates Cup thing. And hopefully we can get them. Because I got a feeling it's going to wind up being Milwaukee and the Knicks for the Emirates Cup title in the East in our group. I don't know who it's going to be overall, but I think it's going to come down to Milwaukee and the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, for that Emirates Cup thing. over here in our group side. So we'll see how it goes in the East. Then we'll see who fans out in the West. But I think that's gonna be a fun thing to watch, man. I'm hoping that our guys go out there and win this thing, and get there. And then that's just like a prelude to what's going to happen at the end of June or at the end of April when we get to the regular playoffs. But it'll be a good feeling for them to win that. Then we had the Liberty winning the championship. We had the Knicks winning the end season championship. That hopefully they can go out there and try to win the other one. But one topic I want to get out there before we leave, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get it put out there because I forgot. Let me ask you guys the question. Hypothetical. Dad said we not saying they're gonna do it. Let's say if this was the Knicks situation, hypothetical Mitchell Robinson trade for you guys. I'll bring Jay in here and he can respond if you want to. Hypothetical Mitchell Robinson trade. If the Knicks decided to do that, who would you want to see over here? What do you think would help this team, or who you think would help this team if the Knicks did trade Mitchell Robinson? And I do think they will do it eventually because of the salary cap situation. I know it's coming. Just due to the fact of the Mikal Bridges extension coming next year. That in a nutshell, I think you're gonna have to extend him and all that stuff. And obviously, I think you're gonna want to bring Campaign back next year. So I think it depends on how deep this team go. They might say we need to get this and run it back. So if that's the case, Dave said Marcus Smart. I can see that in the sense of from position wise, no. From player, yes. I think we pretty good down there. I think we really good down at the 1-2 in New York with Cam and Payne, Deuce and Bryce, Shamit. I think what I'm concerned about is the up front, up front. So, but I do agree if you can get Marcus Smart, then you go ahead and get him because he gets down like that. You know what I mean? He got the build to play over here, so he got the right game and everything. He's an underrated scorer. He got better in his career every year playing basketball. Dave Smith. Marcus Smart got better every year scoring that basketball. But yeah, if you get him down there, I have no problem with that whatsoever. Though I think we might be I think we guard heavy in New York a little bit because of the versatility of Deuce McBride and Campaign and Brunson and Mikal Bridges. So you got 4 guys right there who I think they happy with. And then but front court, that's where I'm leaning at. Is there anybody there in the front court you think they would do it? Jay Chosen, yeah. Salute, my brother. What's good, my man? I mean to be rambling, but salute to you. What's good, my brother?
Salute.
What's good, my man?
Chat. Look, I don't know what to say. I'm highly disappointed in that game last night, man. It was horrible.
It was terrible.
I don't know what I was watching. They had no moving and grooving. There was no switching and dishing. No continuity.
You funny, Jay.
I feel like am I hot? I feel like I hear Sha, but I want to say, yesterday, and thank God it was on MSG, and I got to watch it on my home channel. I did not want to hear Mr.
I didn't even know that, man. I watched this crap on TNT last night. I didn't know it was on MSG.
Look, it had Clyde and Breen. We're back together again.
Man.
And so that's why I don't know if Devon, did you watch it on TNT?
MSG. I don't fuck with them dudes like that, man. I don't mess with them.
Okay, so then you knew what I was talking about when I hit you with the you said about pitch. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I wish you would have watched it. I wish you knew that because there's no way I was listening to Reggie Miller, especially after last year's playoff. The way he was talking during last year's playoff, I almost caught a charge. I was ready to go down there and throw things. Like, I can't listen to him.
I didn't even know it was on MSG last. I didn't even check. I didn't know it was on TNT.
Yeah.
I went straight to TNT.
You got to always check.
It hit different on MSG too. It hit different because
of course.
That was crazy last night.
Woo!
It hit different over there, bro. I'm up with Breen. They were talking
stuff. You hit it right on the head, man. The way it hit on MSG was just different. I switched over for 1 second to see what kind of vibe that they had. And then I went to the halftime, and the moment that Shaq said one thing, I went and did something. But
hold on 1 second before we don't get out of topic though.
Let me tell you something, man.
Let me do. I want to do the topic right quick. Tell me about this Mitchell Robinson hypothetical thing, because I want to stay on topic. I don't want to get all over the place in chat. Like they just were talking about Mitchell Robinson. 30 seconds later, they're not talking about Mitchell Robinson. I want to stay on topic. What do you think about hypothetical? No, not saying Knicks going to trade him or whatever, but if they did, who would you like to see in New York? What do you think this team need? Let me say, if they were to trade Mitchell Robinson, who do you think they need? Or what would you like to see? Let's put it
right. So, okay. So realistically, I actually think it's going to happen. But hypothetically, to me, the obvious answer is a big man. Front court, somebody strong, somebody can rebound, somebody can block, somebody they could throw in there, and they know that he's going to lock something down. Maybe Mitch is making a certain amount of money. So I heard the Marcus Smart thing. I think Marcus Smart is definitely a New York type of player, but I think that we are saturated in that position.
Facts.
So unless they're willing to get rid of a couple of people, which I don't believe they will, like the Shamus and the other people, I would like to see, the way Breen broke it down yesterday, Mitch's, and I'll get to that in a moment. I would like to see a big man. I like to see a center, at least, if not a stretch four, but large, 6'10", somebody who can really go get it. And like I said, block, set picks. Who, hypothetically, I'd have to think for a minute on that. Because I think we could get something for Mitch. Like for real. If healthy Mitch, I think that we could actually get something back. Especially from one of these teams that are not going anywhere. I look at New Orleans, I look at Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Shop Howard. I heard one that interested me. Would you do? You might have to take either John Collins. Would you do if the Utah Jazz said we want Mitchell? I think they do want him in a sense. If they can unload John Collins and Walker Kessler, if you could make some deal in New York work with that, would you do that? Would you be comfortable with Walker Kessler and John Collins in a deal with Mitchell Robinson? I don't know what else they might have to give up the match salaries. I know my man only make a couple of $1 million. But I think John Collins is the one with the highest salary. I would have to pull it up on the thing to check it out. But other than that, give me somebody who you would want to see over here that is going to be able to come and help his team be better than they would be if Mitch was here. Put it like that.
If we're talking money wise, and we wanted our front court to be a little bigger to help out Cat, for the money, I would probably say something like, I think this has been out there for a little while too, to trade Mitch to New Orleans for Herb Jones. I think, you put him, he's a small forward. You could put Mikal back at the shooting guard position, Brunson, him, OG, and Cat, maybe. Keep Sims and let him do his same work in the second unit. He ain't gonna cost no more money. I think the contracts I'm not exactly sure, but I think Herb Jones' money is right around a little bit less than what Mitch is. And what we got to do is give out more than what we get back. So we give up Mitch, and one of those seconds, we still got a slew of second round picks left out there, and make that happen for the money. Backup center. Do we still owe? No, we gave a Washington pick, right?
Yep.
We gave a Washington pick.
No.
Do we still have it? I can't remember. I can't. All these trades that went down with all these picks, I can't remember.
One. We gave up the other one, Detroit.
From Detroit. Okay. All right. So if we're talking Washington, we still got Washington pick. Would I offer them their pick back and maybe see if we can work a deal with their pick and Mitch for Valanciunas and maybe one of their second round picks or one of their players off the bench that don't make that much money? Maybe. And I think Valanciunas is getting $10 million, something like that. So we would have to get maybe another player back, but we would still have to keep it under the $14 million that we offer him now. Maybe Valanciunas. That's pretty much all I can see. I'm not sure if the Knicks ready to give up on Mitch, but if they were to go, I think they would look for to make their front court a little bigger and stronger and defensive wise to help out Cat. So I would and the rumors out there of if Mitch he can go back to his place of where he originated from. I think Herb Jones would be one of the better picks for me.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. I can definitely see that. Johnny Davis, I'm with you on that. I like that too. No, I would. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. I swear to you on everything. My first thing I was going to say was Kessler and Lauri Markkanen, because I don't think I think Collins makes like a ton of money.
Well, Lauri Markkanen
maybe Markkanen does too.
Lauri Markkanen just signed.
Kessler only makes $2 million.
Yeah, Markkanen just signed a $200 million extension.
Oh, right. Sorry. So Collins. So it would be Collins and him. However, if we did do, and I was going to say that, but I thought it was too over the top, so I didn't want to say that. And also, it's Danny Ainge. So the realism of that is he's going to definitely want Deuce and somebody's baby.
I don't think he want. I don't think he can. He don't have that option. Only reason I say that because he's trying to dump a salary. He's trying to dump a salary that's just not working for them. I don't think he can. I don't think he had the leverage in this trade. In this trade, I don't think he have it because he's trying to get rid of a veteran that who he don't want. You know what I mean? So you got to pay to play. So this way, I think it's not like it's a Donovan Mitchell trade where he like I could fleece him up with it. I think he's on a other side of the spectrum now because he want to dump John Collins, big contract. You know what I mean? So that's why I get say. I get what you're saying with the fleecing part because he won't fight to fleece anybody, but I don't think he's in a position to fleece a guy who making right now. John Collins making $25 million this year. Then he got to play
making money.
Yeah. He can't fleece no motherfucker about it.
Yeah, but you know what though? I would if Mitch, if Kessler, and maybe somebody else. I'll take him back because I like Kessler. Period would be the mainstay of that for me. He a block machine. He a block machine, and he's young. Could you imagine? All jokes aside, could you imagine Payne, Deuce, and Kessler as the center on that second unit?
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous, man. That's crazy.
All young. Running and gunning,
they'd be all crazy. Hey, I'm with you, Dave. I wouldn't want to do that deal to save my life with Collins. No way, Jose. And I don't think the Knicks can afford it because you would have to throw in Mitch, you would have to throw in Pressure Chua to get you to $20 million. You still would have to throw in another $8 million to get you to that. I wouldn't want John Collins here, no question about it. But the only reason I say that because I heard some rumbles about John Collins, Colin Sexton, and either might be Clarkston or somebody else that they looking to move. They looking to get them out of there, because of what they want to do with the guys they had, the young guys that they have, and things like that. So I said that's why I put John Collins there, but I wouldn't do that in a heartbeat. Though his PER is better than a lot of guys out there right now. He had his career PER is 17.5. I mean, some guys are down 11 and 12 who he thought was bad superstars. Them cat PER sucks. So, but I wouldn't want him for that reason. Not had $26 million on the bench. Hell no. No way, Jose. That ain't happening.
Clarkson is on the trade block though. Everywhere I see Clarkson is on the block.
He might be a guy salary wise that might can help. I'm more looking towards like a lot of guys in the chat said we need a stretch guy, 6'10", who can play some defense, who can score the ball occasionally, knock it down. You know, one guy I wouldn't mind having. I know they would never do it, but I wouldn't mind. I would love if even wasn't for the injuries, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Isaac would have been a good spot for New York at the back of four. At the back of four.
Who do you say?
Yeah.
Jonathan Isaac. Defense demon. The backup. Who at the back of four in New York other than Preston Chua can play like that? Man, this dude is a defense juggernaut.
Magic ain't gonna do that.
He a home body too. 6'10", the Bronx, New York. Like I said, keeping that East Coast door shit together. And this cat can defend with the best of them. The best of them. That would be a problem, him and Anunoby. So I say that, but his injuries, though. His injury history. But make no mistake about it, I would take Jonathan Isaac in New York in a heartbeat if he could play the back or four in New York. That takes it up another level when it comes to defense, because that's what he do. And he got a little bit of offense back. He didn't have it last night. None of them had it last night, but he could play. And his contract is friendly. So, we'll see. But I don't know, man. I want to bring that out there because I know Mitch, it could go either way with him, Shaw Powell and Trey Choder. He could be here. He cannot be here. Because like I said, remember, he was about to get moved with Julius Randle for Cat. So it ain't like he can't get traded.
That's a fact.
And I love Mitch, but
because rumors every day.
See how it goes, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be in tomorrow, man. I just wanted to get in with the recap tonight, man. Knicks had a hell of a game last night, ladies and gentlemen. They did what they had to do. They made me feel good to be a Knicks fan. They showed me what I expected them to do last night. He said, I can't imagine losing Mitch after Randall. I get it, me too, Nick Yak, but you know how the business go, man. I would be upset they move Mitch too, because I think he's going to be the key to us getting deep and not getting that deep run we're talking about. Mitchell Robinson is the key to the Knicks getting to that what we all want the Knicks to get to. I mean, I think right now, out of everybody that's not playing for the Knicks, he is that one player that we are missing, to me, that is stop us from getting to the finals, because his defense presence and his rebound and Shaw had on a point earlier. We were talking about the offense rebounding. It's definitely different this year because we ain't missing no shots. But when we do, like we would love to have Mitch in a game like Charlotte the other day when our defense was good, but our offense wasn't popping. So he would have been there snatching the offense rebound. Mitchell Robinson is one of the top two offensive rebounders in the game, but not the top rebounder. Steven Adams, obviously. I got to put Steven Adams first probably. But Mitchell Robinson and Steven Adams is the best offensive rebounders in the game, period. And I think
what like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, look at what he do. It's just we missing it, but I'm glad to see that we can sustain without it because our offense is a juggernaut right now. But I don't think our offense is gonna be every night like this here, but they can be. After what I've seen, I'm like, why can't they be? They that good. So let's hope that these guys continue to.
I gotta say, you said something before you left. I'm sorry, I'll be quiet because are you done?
No, go ahead. Yeah, man. I stop for you to get your take in because we're gonna get out in a few anyway. So I just wanted to get your take in. I ain't selfish by no means. Go ahead, my brother.
All right. Now I just wanted to say this, man. It was great to see Cat being a dog. It was great to see a number one offense beating a number one defense. It was great to see the answers of our second unit and all the things about the minutes of the players and all these other playing, and all that other stuff. We don't have to talk about it like right now at this moment. And I'm going to tell you something right now that's really, really crucial. There is no Jordan anymore. There is nobody to go through. Boston is tough, but they're a little short, and Porzingis is always hurt, and I know we could beat them. I'm excited about this team. I think we could go as far as we want to go.
Yep, I agree with you, man. That's why I say when you evaluate the Knicks team, I think I said a show ago or 2 shows ago, just kind of put them starting five because of every team in the Eastern Conference. One day you ain't got nothing to do. Look at the whole Eastern Conference and say, let me see each team 5 players. and put the Knicks up against them, player for player. Who they top two dogs? Who's our top two dogs? Who's their second best player? Their third best player? And you can see where we stack up against a lot of teams in the East. We up there with Boston at. We up there with Philly at. I don't think too many teams after that. Milwaukee, obviously. They got Giannis and them guys, and Dame Lillard and Middleton and all them guys. But them the three teams I'm only really worried about. The two teams I'm really worried about is Boston and Milwaukee. Because I know at the end of the day, Giannis is a champion. He don't win it before. And them guys, he got something inside of his championship heart. He got the heart, and they playing good ball right now. And so let's see how it goes. But other than that, I ain't scared of nobody in the East. I ain't scared of nobody in the NBA when it comes to the Knicks team. I just think they got a good team, man. So let's see how it goes. But we'll be on tomorrow. We'll get a popping, no doubt, man. We'll be able to pregame show tomorrow. Knicks and Charlotte. Hopefully we can go out there and let them know that game we had in Charlotte coming on that road trip wasn't who you thought we were. I hope none of us thought we were them guys too. And we showed them last night that we wasn't the guy that we seen to Charlotte. We wasn't that 98, 99, the 98 team we played in Charlotte. No, we the team that won 121 to 106 the other night last night and could have took the foot off the gas. So let's see how it goes. But Jay, give me a last word. I'm gonna give you Chop Powers' last word. We're gonna roll up out this piece.
Look, man, it's great to be home. Make sure you always check MSG. God forbid no one wants to hear Reggie Miller speak ever in his life. I'd love to see what the Knicks are doing. You got to give a lot of props to Tibbs, whether you like it or not. He is definitely doing what he's supposed to be doing. And the word gel is starting to really come part of this team. We are gelling, and I feel really good. Let's go, Knicks. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you're tuning into these fellas. They're putting something together that's dope for y'all. God bless. Good night.
JC, my man, Chop Powers.
Yeah, gearing up for tomorrow's game. We're on a 2-game winning streak. Let's make it 3. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. With the 2 or 3, are we on a 3-game winning streak already? No, we on a 3-game winning streak.
Are we? Do we want what 3? What?
The Charlotte, the Pelicans that we won last night.
Oh shit! Yeah. You're right. 3 games. My bad. Another one from the 5. Right. My bad. My bad.
Yeah. So let's keep it going, man. Let's try to get it popping. We'll be here tomorrow. The pregame show, ladies and gentlemen. 7:30 game, 6:15. I apologize. We'll be in the building, man. Y'all look for us, man. Check the notifications out there and do your thing, and make sure you hit that button before you go for your brothers, man. And we appreciate everybody in the chat coming in. We doing this on the regular now. Once only the pregame, now we doing that the pregame and the postgame. So, but we're excited being in here with you guys, man. I'm excited about everything going on, especially the Knicks making us want to come up in here. No doubt about it. So that's a good thing. But until then, Shaw Powers, Jay Cholden, the chat, the family, was good. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.
Peace.
Time to catch a mass transit because the game is over. We see asses getting the S classes, some getting a Range Rover. We see a few getting up into them Ubers and Lyft. Cause we on a BQE and we maneuvering swift. It ain't Tokyo, but we can drift. Cause the pokey been a little, so our floor had to shift. So guess who's back with the game recap? You see the name and the frame of the hat. And if you're talking, we cut from a different cloth. You cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. You bubbling like a hot spot in the kitchen, dripping. Nicking, we spitting data with these bars, the B-ball. No matter how far the star, we see y'all. About to hit you with the box score and a lot more. Our top core, knock it down, shop, and we got a lock for 48 minutes. Captain Lieutenant getting bucking, fucking, we in it. We about to be out in a few. No doubt this time we see you as the game debut. It's real talk, and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and we about the vibe. So let's ride. It's this real talk, and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and we about the vibe. So let's ride.